This person may be the creepiest online predator the UK has ever seen. Hello you gorgeous donuts. Today we're going to be discussing the SmartSchoolBoy9 situation that has taken over the internet at the moment. I first discovered this situation when I saw this post on Reddit where somebody said that creepy Instagram profiles of people pretending to be kids is going around, which that in itself is like a crazy thing to just say. And in this video we're going to dissect the main account that is controlling everything that is going on with this situation, the secret accounts that this predator also controls, how this person is trying to exploit real children in his content. We're also going to dissect the actual person behind this content because this has apparently been revealed, and also his response to getting outed for doing this, and also an apparent interview that has took place with SmartSchoolBoy9 and a TikToker. So we've got loads to go through, so get comfy. So a lot of people have came across this account on Instagram, which is called SmartSchoolBoy9, and as you can see, the bio says, account looked after by my mum. I'm a mixed race schoolboy, age 10. Now, just off that, you know, that doesn't look too creepy, a bio. That could just be a child. But the actual creepiness comes when you find out that this actually isn't a child. This is someone posing as a child. And you can see this through the type of content that he's been posting. Obviously, as you can see, this is a full-grown adult in a school uniform. Like, this is not a child. Like, if this was a child, like, he must have had the hardest paper round ever. His paper round must have been in Chernobyl. Now, there is videos, which we're going to get onto later, but even just seeing this still image is like horrifying. Like, you can see he's got like white face paint on. Clearly the uniform doesn't fit him. I don't even know how he got that in that size. Like, surely if he went into the store and bought a school uniform in this size, they're gonna be like, hold on a minute, mate, what you doing with that? There's like a series of still images where he's always holding like this lunchbox which says boys on it. He also has selfies where he constantly sticks his tongue out, which is meant to be like a sort of like a fetish thing. But even just looking at these images, like my first thought was, this looks like a Netflix documentary. Like, this doesn't look like it's real life. This looks ridiculous. And the fact that this is happening in the UK makes it so much more closer to home for someone like me. So as you can see, consistently his tongue's out, right? Which obviously makes it more horrifying. So thank you very much for that, mate. And something that people have picked up on is the editing style of his posts are really strange. Like, look at the template that he has here. And he has high-heeled boots here, which we're going to talk about later, the relevance of those, because for some reason he's obsessed with them. And in a lot of his posts, he's trying to like mimic what an actual child goes through, such as in this one where he says, hi, I now have to wear a dental brace, but look how cool it is, and with my smart school uniform and heeled mini boots. Like, come on, this is creepy as shit. What is this? This is the sort of stuff that, you know, when I'm in bed at 3 AM, I think someone like him is behind us. You know what I mean? Where you kind of turn around and you quickly do it just to make sure. It's that sort of stuff, like a sleep paralysis demon. Also, like, this is just not what a child would be posting. Like, which child is posting a photo like this? Like, not a cool one, I'll tell you that for nothing. Now, as well as the photos, he has uploaded video content, which I'm just going to warn you is kind of harrowing. So, as you can see, like a completely normal chap, you know, something that every single person this person's age would do. Clearly, here, he's trying to, like, replicate him returning from school, you know, like, I don't know why. A lot of people have said it's, like, an age play thing, where, like, apparently that's, like, some sort of fetish that people, like, try and dress up as people from school years, which is just crazy. There's also strange videos where he does this. You know? We all do that in our morning routines. Every single one of us, just kind of stretching your mouth out. What is he doing? Come on, what is this? Never in my life have I ever thought, you know what, I really need to go. Like, what the Don't clip that. You know, this is like a running thing that he does for some reason. Like, I don't know why. I don't know what he's trying to represent. But as you can see, it's just a little bit off. Like, what are you doing? Like, if your mate was doing this, you'd be like, mate, right? Right? I know the divorce was hard, but come on, put your ideas up. You can't let her win like this. And the one thing that I noted from these videos is just the way that they're edited is even creepier than the content. Oh. Can you imagine seeing that in a back alley? That's you finished, right? You'd be like, oh, right, okay, it's fine. Just don't hurt us. Do what you need to do, but no pain. Clearly, at this point, you can kind of see that it's like a sick fetish. It's the fact that he keeps recording the same style of video over and over.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like, what am I watching right now? Like, this is so creepy. Like, before we get onto any of the other stuff that I'm going to talk about in this video, this alone is just strange. It's the fact that the man has literally, like, set up his tripod and his camera went. One, two, three, four. Like, even that in itself's just weird. What are you doing? Never mind dressing up as a kid. He's even got ones where he's, like, pretending to be on the bus going to school.
Okay. Yes, I'm on the school bus.
Like, is this what... Does this man think this is what kids are, like, doing and how they're filming their videos? This is so weird. When would a kid ever upload some sort of MLG video on the way to school on the bus? People just use their pop card and put their head down. Nobody does this. And a lot of these videos were discovered by a YouTuber called Nick Crowley, who's basically like the person that made a documentary on this person first. And he found a video where this SmartSchoolBoy9 was apparently looking at himself in the mirror and pleasuring himself.
In fact, there's a video of him with his full outfit on, where he shows himself staring into a mirror as he appears to pleasure himself. Right out of view of the camera.
I mean, you know, self-love's the best love, but come on, this is just creepy as shit, man. Like, looking in a mirror into your own eyes and wanking, like, come on, that's some sort of, like, creepy main character syndrome I just can't get behind. Never mind the fact he's wearing a school uniform. Oh my, like, this is one of the creepiest things, like, no joke, I have seen for years. And then he's even went one step further and done filming outside of his house.
Look at me.
Well, that's completely normal. And I find this video the most interesting because later in this video, you're going to discover that this man, you know, really does not care about being seen and having this fetish out there, as his real identity was so easy to find. Now, a lot of people kind of saw these videos and did some digging, and they found a link between the high-heeled boots that he previously mentioned in one of his posts that he wears to school, as there's multiple other accounts that post about these exact high-heel boots. In one of these other accounts that SmartSchoolBoy9 apparently controls, he is portraying himself as a schoolgirl called Stephanie, and these photos are as creepy as the SmartSchoolBoy9 ones. As you can see here, he's wearing them boots that he talked about, and there's the link between the two accounts. And just the sheer, like, way that he's posing, like, what is this pose? Brother, please. Stop! Like, I can't unsee this. This is going to take me at least 3 working years for me to, like, erase this from my mind. Like, what is this? This is some sort of, like, head girl final boss shit. There's just loads of these photos where he's wearing the same school uniform, posing as the Stephanie person, pretending to be a child. The account is under the name Stephanie Stansfield. And as you can see in the profile picture, they also have the boots that he mentioned in the Smart Schoolboy account. Now, one of the other accounts that this person apparently owns is called Truth_Sticks_11, and this one is arguably the creepiest of all of them, which is, like, mental to say because of what we've previously just witnessed. Now, just looking at the profile picture alone is enough to put anybody off the tee, so apologies for that if you're eating this while watching this video. The bio says, beautiful boy, an account looked after by me, a degree, educated mother, choosing to stay anonymous, good original written work, advice and compassion. So basically, this account was apparently owned by both the mother and the child. It was like a joint account, which on the surface of things seems like a normal thing, right? Like, a mom wants to keep tabs on what her son's doing. Perfectly fine. And as this account started, the posts weren't actually too creepy. They were kind of normal. You wouldn't really suspect anything from this. The mom would post photos of the son, like, in school. I don't know how she would get these photos, unless she's, like, I don't know, like a teaching assistant or something, but she was posting them. She would include photos of her son winning an award, her son giving a presentation, although, like, the kid's starting to look a little bit different from photo to photo. And then this account posted this photo where you can clearly see that the child is, like, heavily edited. And she would often caption the photos with kind of just normal captions. As a caring, supporting, loving mother of my son, I'm so happy about numerous things, particularly about his lovely year of school achievements. His briefcase is the busiest, says his form teacher, and it is so true. Now, if you saw this in a Facebook group, like a mum Facebook group, you probably wouldn't give it a second look. But as you can see, as she posted more and more photos, the more weirdly edited they would be. Like, why are you editing your child like this? This just looks so weird. If my mum put a photo of me on Facebook that was edited like this, I would ask for new parents. Not gonna lie to you. I'd be like, Mum, get off, right? Deactivate that fucking account, love. As you can see, the photos are just like horrendous. Like, there's a correlation with the Smart Schoolboy account with like the tongues sticking out for some unknown reason. And the further you scroll, the more AI they look and the less they look like an actual child. Like, these are genuinely horrific. Like, what in the Heath Ledger Joker is, what am I looking at right now? They're genuinely just horrific. Like, what is this? What is this? And this account would also post like the weird, like, kind of layout things that the Smart Schoolboy account would do. Like, which child is posting an Instagram picture like this? I'm sorry, but if I posted a picture like this in school, I would never hear the end of it. Neither would you. For some reason, the person that is behind this account thinks that this is a normal thing that a child would post, which makes it even weirder. And a lot of the captions were in French, and they would constantly post edits like this with just weird captions. I do some sporting activity at school, but it is good that my mother reminded me today, don't think you have to be as good at any one sport than you are at schoolwork. Yeah, because that's a normal post for a child to put on their Instagram. And in a lot of the captions, he would always bring reference to the high-heeled boots that I've previously mentioned. That is the reason that a lot of these accounts are getting linked to each other. There's even a picture that he's drew where the child is wearing these boots. What? They're not even nice boots. What are you doing here, fella? Again, another post on this account where the child is wearing these boots. It's just really, really strange at this point. Now, as we're progressing with this video, it's only going to get weirder, and I apologize for that. But the next point I want to make is that there's a weird community with all of these accounts where they're all kind of commenting on each other's posts to make it look like they're a group of friends, to make it look like they're normal kids just having a conversation on Instagram, trying to build this like fake community that they can attract real children into it. And then the person behind all of these accounts started taking it one step further and commenting on real children's Instagram photos. You have some cool shirts, but I have to wear school uniform to school. It is nice, but casual isn't allowed, and it is quite hot in the UK as the month of June suddenly got warmer. Like, what is going on here? Why are you commenting this on a real child's account? This is strange. Like, we've seen what you look like. You're not hiding it. Stop it. Get some help, please. And so far, just with the information I've given you, this is arguably the creepiest thing, that he's not trying to hide his identity. He's posing as a kid, but surely he doesn't believe that other people will believe he's a kid. But I think that's kind of easy for us to say because we're a little bit older. But as a child, if someone is interacting with you and you're kind of fresh to Instagram, you're going to be very naive. So basically, he's kind of just preying on these children, hoping that they want a friend. This situation just makes me never want to have children, and when I do have children, I never want them to have an Instagram account. Like, I'm never ever going to put their faces on the internet ever, because it's just creepy as shit. Just quickly, guys, I want to stop this video to say, if you haven't already, make sure you press the subscribe button so you can join this little corner of the internet that we call the Donuts. We're the best community on YouTube, so why don't you just click subscribe and join? Do it! The YouTuber I mentioned previously, Nick Crowley, actually found a lot more comments that he's been commenting on real children's Instagram accounts. Do you like school? I do. It is good. There you go. First lie. No child likes school. Unlucky fella. There's even one where he's trying to like engage in a conversation about crisps, like try to act like he's fucking normal or something. Oh yeah, I really prefer prawn cocktail over salt and vinegar walkers. I don't know about you. Does that make me an idiot? Cut. Is that the creepiest thing about me? Is it? That would be creepy, right? Anyone that likes prawn cocktail over salt and vinegar, please get therapy. Sort yourself out. Now, a lot of these accounts have been took down now, but if you looked at the following of them, they were all following like these fake kids accounts and actual kids, which obviously is just horrific. And the reason why I kind of feel so passionate about doing this video is because I've talked about on my Reacts channel where I actually got groomed at the age of 12 years old, and it was by a fake account, obviously not one like this, because I definitely would like to think I wouldn't reply to somebody that looked like this. But they posed as a fake person, and they, you know, they like groomed me, and it was a whole scenario. If you want more like in-depth information on that, go and watch my reacts video that I posted. It's called like I'm scared to post this. But I firsthand know how difficult it is to navigate the internet when you're like a child for the first time and you've got people that are trying to kind of prey on you. It seems so easy when we're older, or it might, even if you're like 15, 16 and you've been on the internet for like a few years, like it seems so stupid that people would reply to these accounts and think that they're real. But for kids, they don't know no better, and this is why this situation is just insanely creepy, because people are actually falling for this person and believing he wants to be their friend, whereas he's actually got mean intentions behind what he's doing. It's just mental how many of these fake accounts have been created to try and lure kids into this weird community they're trying to kind of create. Like, there's so many accounts here that are like creepy, kind of weird accounts that have been used to prey on kids. Like, there's like 9, 10, 11 accounts here, and even just off the feed of what they look like why do they look so creepy? It's so weird. They're not even trying to blend in with other kids. Now, this entire situation regarding SmartSchoolBoy9 had been taken up a notch when he actually posted a video where he had another child in it. This one was edited like a lot creepier than his other videos somehow, and it shows him chasing a child down the street. Oh, I wish I was kidding. What are we doing? Christ. Oh, this is actually sickening. Like, I know we've had a joke, but this situation is really terrifying. Like, imagine if you had a child in this world and you're seeing this. Like, the fact it's in the UK, like I said previously, it just makes it so much closer to home for people like me and people I know who have children, that this stuff is actually going about and it's quite common. He also posted another photo which apparently involves another child, which I think the child actually sent the photo into him for him to use on his account. And he captioned it, "Here at school I've been paired with Wilfred, and how cool too, as we're quite good at environmental studies." It's just creepy. Like, I hope that this isn't true, that this child has sent this photo in. I know it's not an explicit photo or nothing like that, but even the fact that he's interacted with them enough where this child has felt safe enough just to take a selfie is just creepy. Now, you're probably wondering, has anything been kind of found out about this guy? Like, has this guy's identity been revealed? And yes, it has, which I actually was surprised at, because I thought somebody like this, like, I don't know, for some reason, I just thought he would have done everything to kind of hide his real identity, but people found it quite quickly, apparently. So he would often post on his account, like, real photos of just the outside of, like, his local area. He has this one of just, like, a path and trees. There's this one, which is just, like, a road, which he's still got to get the high heels in, bro. Like, what are you doing? Like, we get the point. There's one which is kind of like a T-junction, and he even puts in, like, the description of where it is, if for some reason we needed that. So anyone from Streatham, watch your back, right? Because there's a smart schoolboy on the loose and he seems like he's got a lot of venom in him. There's also this of a Christmas tree, which I don't know if he's trying to just appear normal or something. Like, what are you doing taking pictures of the scenery? We don't care, fella. And quite often in some of his posts, he would mention that he had a stepbrother called David, but actually people found out that that is his name, and people have said that his name is David Alter. Now, this David Alter, who is supposedly meant to be SmartSchoolBoy9 and all these other weird accounts, is actually a 59-year-old man, which again takes this situation to another level, because why is a man this age doing things like this? It's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like, what is going on right now? Like, this guy does not care about being outed. Like, he went to no lengths to cover his identity. The man is just doing this for the fucking love of the game, apparently. People have even found out that apparently he's from Doncaster, so this, you know, is a sad day for Doncaster. I don't know if, I think every day is a sad day in Doncaster, to be fair. I don't think there's any happy days there. You never hear of anything happy from there. People from Doncaster about a riot right now. It's a riot. I don't think you've got internet there, have you? Now, I've been digging to try and find some, like, updates on, like, if the police are getting involved, and apparently the local authorities are talking about the case and have been informed about it, whatever that means. Oh my god, I've just heard, like, a flickering and me curtains moved. He's here. He's here in spirit. Fuck. Shit. Shit. Oh, I'm gonna be sleeping with the lights on tonight, like, what? And since people have found his real name, they've actually did even more digging, as the internet does, and they've found, like, he's even wrote an article about school uniforms ages ago. School uniforms are a path to discipline. There's just lines that say, like, look, like, he's talking about being, like, looking attractive in uniform. and like wanting to dress how they want to dress. It's just odd. If adults want to use certain aspects of the uniform for fashion purposes, that is fine. We pupils do not hold exclusive rights to this clothing. I think I'd argue with that. If I saw a grown adult with a school uniform on, like on the tube or something, I'd be like, check their hard drive. They're hiding something. Right? Please, somebody, don't let them off the tube without an interview. Thank you very much. So he's basically campaigning here that adults can wear school uniform, which he might actually be the first person to sign that petition. It was also mentioned in the Nick Crowley video that apparently people have found that this David Alter likes to make music, and I just want to play a little bit for you.
Going back in time, lot out of time. I think I like a little lemon and lime.
Get off. No judge's houses for you, fella. Shite. I mean, we're all thinking it though, aren't we? He hasn't got a career in singing, so hopefully he gives that up. But as you can tell, it's just creepy. It's just really creepy. Like, that's the sort of thing you play at a horror movie when, like, I don't know, Scream's chasing, like, an innocent woman. Not something you're just going to stick on at, like, a school disco or something, are you? Like, imagine they put this on at your year 6 disco.
Little lemon and lime. Say Marianne.
Right, like how are you meant to knee slide with like a fire printed t-shirt on when that's in the background? You can't. Now this picture has been doing the rounds of what this David Alter could possibly look like. I think someone's edited like the white face paint off him, and the internet has been doing the most to try and find out this person's exact location, and allegedly they have found the place that this person lives at. Now I don't know if we're gonna have to blur this in case this isn't the actual house, but I'm just gonna say like this house is totally boarded up. Like, apparently people have been throwing bricks through the windows, which I just hope it's the right house, because imagine you're just sitting down 5 p.m. watching the chase and then bang, bricks through your window with pedo written on it. That's enough to put anyone off their chili con carne, thank you very much. But even like the door is boarded up, which is just mental. Now people have done TikToks where they've kind of analysed the door frame and they've kind of paired it against the videos that we've previously seen when he's like apparently returning from school, and they do look similar, but like it's so hard to kind of say if this is the exact house. But there was this one creepy video that is circulating as of last night, but there's a man who is bordering up this house, and you see here there's a hand that comes out from the door. And this person who lives there is not showing their face. Now, this could be for multiple reasons. This could be because they're scared for their life, and this might not actually be the person behind these accounts. Or this could be because this is actually the person who is behind this account and they don't want to show their face because they don't want to confirm that they live here. But clearly, they don't want to be seen. I love that the next door neighbour is just having a tab outside as if nothing's going on. As if, like, his next door neighbour is not getting his entire house boarded up. It looks like it's ready for war. It looks like it's about to participate in the Battle of Hastings. 10,066 bricks through his window.
Look, he's behind the handle.
It's just creepy that clearly he doesn't want to be seen. So yeah, I guess I have to just kind of leave that up to you to decide if you think that that is any sort of useful information to decide if he actually lives here or not. But I just don't want to show his full house because for the slight chance that this is not where he lives, I don't want to take that chance that this could be an innocent person. Now, SmartSchoolBoy9 has actually kind of responded to a couple of things that have been going around. For instance, he put this on his Instagram story. Ignoring jealous comments from people, I think they wish they could wear my school uniform. Some seem to think that just because I've grown quickly in school, year 5, they comment as if they know me or I'm in their age group. It happens to loads of other children. Yes, it might. But there's just one tiny thing. You're not a fucking child, okay? I said what I said. I stand by them words. There's no chance you're in year 5. I'm sorry, right? But if you're in year 5 compared to what I looked in year 5, you look like a fucking beefcake, mate. If you sat on us, you'd just squish us. So clearly this is targeted toward other children. Like, he's trying to just reaffirm to other children, like, look, I'm just one of you. He's also been screenshotted in replying to other messages that people have been sending him. Now, this is a little bit blurry, but I'll read it out for you. You're gonna get caught. Amateur ass crap that you invented to intimidate ain't going to manipulate me, you crazy old duffer. Get a job. It's quite ironic from the person that's pretending to still be in school. You're gonna get caught. Quick texting me. I'm underage. You're wanking as you text. I mean, I don't think they are, right? Like, that, I mean, even the logistics of that is just ridiculous. Like, texting one hand on an iPhone, they're getting bigger and big. How could he do? Anyway. And then obviously he's literally saying, like, this is literal evidence that you're a pedo. There's investigation other than what your neighbours know about you. I mean, you know, for somebody that has apparently been going to school for 50 odd years, you'd think you would have learned how to spell by this point. So yeah, this entire situation is just insane, and I really wanted to cover it because, as I've said previously, I feel really strongly about this subject, and I've, like, myself have campaigned for this sort of stuff to get blocked because it can literally ruin children's lives. Like, I know the lasting impact something like this can have on someone. I remember being 12 years old, and I was like quite a quiet kid, you know, like I didn't really get much attention, like in school. And when somebody like this messages you, it makes you feel kind of seen. I know that sounds like really weird because like what we've like reviewed this page as, but as a child, it's really hard to defer what's real and what's not. And this had such a lasting impact on my life. Like, this still affects me today going through this situation. So that's why I feel so passionate about this subject, because like I said in the Reacts video, there's some people that get groomed by people like this and they don't make it through this situation. So this is why it's important to kind of spread light on subjects like this and make sure these people that are doing this get caught. Because this is one thing where I just put my foot down. Like, I don't care if some people call this age play and some people say this is like under the term of fetish. This is just wrong. It's fucking disgusting, mate, and it needs to stop. And there's also this one other thing I want to call out. Like, there's other people who are using the situation to like gain themselves, such as this TikToker. Now, I don't want to include his name because I don't want to give him any more views than he's already got off this situation. Now, this guy has made so many TikToks saying that he's releasing an interview with SmartSchoolBoy9 on his YouTube channel. Like, the amount of teasers this guy has made for this interview, like, he's done about 12 teasers. Firstly, why would you want to platform this guy and like give him a voice? Like, there's no need to do that in the first place. And then this guy actually eventually dropped the YouTube interview, but this is actually what it looked like.
I'm not allowed to talk about my age.
You're not allowed to talk about your age, and I'm gonna keep it real with you, yeah. And I'm not no guy who doesn't.
So as you can see, like, this is like a complete joke. Like, yeah, it's wow, that's like funny. Like, wow, you've a pedo, right? You've made someone cosplay as a pedo, and then you're pretending that you've got an interview. But it's just weird. Like, mate, what are you doing? It's so strange. Like, you haven't even got the right packed lunchbox. There's your first mistake. Also, who was the mate that agreed to dress up as a pedo? Come on, that's a hard gig to kind of rub off. It's like those actors, you know, when they like take the role of like being a predator. It's like, why have you took that role? Like, you're never going to shake that off. People are always going to know you as that person. Like that guy in Black Mirror that worked at McDonald's, was it? Where he ended up messaging, like, I just know you from that. Why have you took that role? But I just find it really odd that he's kind of clickbaited people for so long just so he can get loads of views and get loads of money, and then he's actually just did this. It's like a fake interview. It's just like the lowest of the low content. And I've actually seen this guy before. I remember there was a situation centered around this girl called Lexi Bonner, which was like a situation where this girl had like assaulted like a young boy, and I remember he was like clickbait and loads of stuff about apparently interviewing her at that time. So this guy seems to just get off on like really serious situations so that he can build his own name. I don't know, but it makes me have no faith in the internet. Stuff like this makes me scared to be on the internet. Like, that's mental. Why are people like this? Like, why do these people exist? Anyway, if you would like me to keep doing updates on this story, let me know. Like, I really want to know your thoughts in the comments. Obviously, this is more of a serious video, so I'd appreciate the feedback on it, and just let me know what you think about the situation in general. If you would like to see me cover another subject that has taken the UK by storm at the moment, click this video right here, or watch the video that I explained where I talk about my own experience with grooming on my Reacts channel right now, right here. Thanks, Donuts. I appreciate your time.